Hi, I'm Doug Driscoll, CEO of Starr Partners. I guess my story today is certainly not a funny one, well certainly not amusing for me, but it may be for some of you watching. It's a dual perspective. It's the view of a landlord and also it's the view of someone from within the industry, of course. And it relates to a rogue tenant I had in a property in England last year. This property is one that I carefully and lovingly renovated and restored. So there was, an emotional attachment to it. When it went onto the market, the agent found someone new for probably within about a day or two. So 2 or 3 months, no problems, all going swimmingly. As a landlord, didn't hear a thing, and no news is good news. But after a couple of months, I got a rather distressed phone call from the property manager who'd said that the tenant had basically threatened her for some reason. She was trying to go in there for an inspection of some sort. And then literally a few days later I received an email from one of my neighbours who said that he'd also threatened her and threatened to beat up her husband. So I was starting to form the opinion that this tenant was a bit of a Unfortunately, those fears were compounded about 2 weeks later when he didn't pay the rent at the end of the month. And then 1 month led into 2 months, and the guy obviously went missing in action. You know the story. It just so happens actually I was visiting the UK that summer, and I actually decided to take it upon myself to go and have a word with the guy and confront him. It just so happens, absolutely coincidentally of course, that afternoon of that visit I was hanging out with my mate Big Dog, who's a cage fighter. Just coincidental of course, and his real name isn't Big Dog, he wasn't christened that, he's Rob. Lovely guy, don't mess with him, but lovely guy. I turned up to the house, knocked on the door, lo and behold the tenant was in and he answered. And once I introduced myself, let's just say he had a bit of a startled look on his face, because for him I was just a nameless, faceless landlord from Australia. After a very frank conversation and/or confrontation, basically I realised that he wasn't remorseful, he wasn't regretful, and he knew exactly what he was doing. And the system in the UK is such where it's not easy to throw someone out of a house, whereas here you may take a couple of months, there it's probably 5 or 6 months. Eventually he got turfed out, and as and when he destroyed all the furniture in there. So not only did he cost me thousands and thousands of dollars of lost income through the rent, he also destroyed all the furnishings in the property. So again, several more thousand you can add to the bill. So I guess the moral of this story is not to go confronting tenants firsthand and getting up in their grill. It's more so around doing more detailed and more forensic research into a tenant. Once I found out he wasn't paying his rent, I just Googled the guy, and it was amazing actually what came back. The other, I guess, moral to the story is that 82% of the people they interviewed, being landlords, actually would be prepared to find the right tenant and were prepared to wait, rather than just someone sticking someone in there and obviously covering the bills straight off the bat. So, as I said, a very valuable lesson for me and hopefully a valuable lesson for you.